Jason Brown rejoining the program. I don't think we missed Jason last week, but with Lamar Jackson back in the news and, with no reason at all to bring Patrick Mahomes into any of this discussion, no reason at all to bring Patrick Mahomes into any of this discussion, it's an honor to bring Jason Brown back to the show now that we can talk just about Lamar Jackson without any reason at all to bring up Patrick Mahomes. JB, do you think Lamar Jackson regrets not hiring an agent at this point?
I mean, you have to, right? I'm pretty sure you have to regret it. I don't know. You're doing commercials now for like workout videos. I don't know if he's prepping for his next career or what he's doing, but he should be focused on throwing the receivers and getting ready for whatever team he's going to play for. I don't know, man. I just don't see how Jerry Jones or any of these owners are going to sit down with his mama and negotiate a deal. And I don't see why he thinks that's really going to happen. And why are there no suitors? Why aren't anyone knocking down the door? But what does JB know? I've been saying it for a long time. It's not sustainable. The NFL owners and GMs understand it. And I have an interesting take, Jason. Matt McChesney comes on my show, played 7 years in the league. He's not by any means saying that it's collusion because of the color of his skin or any of that. But having played in the NFL, he thinks it could be collusion in another way. You buy into what the NFL wants you to do, and that is to have an agent. You don't go to outside sources for doctors. You don't go to outside sources for second opinions. It's all in-house. NFL security, NFL doctors, NFL neuros. Why wouldn't they demand you use an agent as well? And could that be can that be a thing? Are they against him for not having an agent and setting a precedent going forward for quarterbacks to have an agent? Could be. I don't know. He played 7 years in the league. He thinks that could be one of the things that's holding him back.
So what would be the motivation for NFL ownership to be hostile to a player without an agent? I think they would love that. No different than they love saying, Master P's going to represent you, Ricky Williams? Come on down. You're the next contestant. Oh, Lamar, your mama's going to represent you? Come on. We got a deal for you, baby girl. Let's talk. I think NFL ownership would love dealing with super inexperienced people that don't have any qualifications for this. If there's any conspiracy, I think it's among agents who don't want that precedent set. They want all the players to have agents so that they don't get cut out of their 10%.
Let me ask you this, though. If Lamar Jackson don't play football till week 11 of next year, is that a good thing or a bad thing for NFL? I would say bad thing. I'm pretty sure they want Lamar Jackson to be playing football right now. That is why the precedent may be set. We don't want this issue. We don't want to deal with you and your mom because it's taking this long. You should be signed, ready to go, focus on your fan base, supporting you, and et cetera, et cetera. Now we have one of our biggest names in football sitting out there in limbo, waiting to end up somewhere. And I don't believe he's going to play him. I think the more likely scenario is he's going to sit out 10 games and not play for 10 weeks. And then, like Steve Kim and I had an argument with Matt about this. You don't sit out. You sit out 10 games, and then you pop up game 11 like Deshaun Watson did this year and was an absolute joke. It was horrible to watch football in Cleveland to see Deshaun Watson, who missed the entire season, come in week 11 and try to do anything in the NFL. Where's Lamar going to go week 11 next year, Jason? He's going to show up in Washington week 11 and learn the playbook and play? If you're a coach, do you want that? I don't. I don't have time, especially if we're in a playoff run with, let's say, whoever their quarterback is now, Sam Howell. Like if he's got him at 500 and Lamar could be the guy to get him over the hump, but don't know the playbook, like what are we doing? Do you think that's viable in this league? I think the league's going to take a hit from the fan base, and I think that the popularity of it is what the NFL thrives on. And if Lamar Jackson's not playing, just like Aaron Rodgers, if he's not playing, I think they take a hit. That's why I think that part of it could be true. I think they want this settled, and if they had an agent, they could have this done already probably because they know what they're doing.
So you know how much of this game, particularly at the quarterback position, is between the ears. I'm starting to think that this is going to have a long-term impact on Lamar Jackson. That, you know, these negotiations are going to get personal and he's going to feel personally slighted. I'm not sure if his desires or expectations are going to be met. He may end up signing with a team he's not that comfortable with and not for as much money as he wants. How much of this is between the ears? I think there could be some permanent damage done to Lamar's development with a stilted offseason and perhaps some dissatisfaction about the way his contract situation played out.
Let me ask you this question before I answer yours. Lamar Jackson, have you seen or is the best yet to come? Lamar Jackson.
I think it'd be tough to top his. I think it'd be tough to top his MVP season. That was statistically and all that. That's going to be tough to duplicate.
So you've missed 10 games. You've missed 10 games a couple years. Out of the last few years, you've missed a lot of games, a lot of season. So let me ask you, if you're a GM or an owner and you own Whitlock's Raiders and you're going to bring this guy in, you've missed a lot of games. I'm looking at the sustainability of your style of play, which is a run first, take a beating quarterback. Are you worth $250 million? And how many years do I have you? Your best years are behind you if I'm a GM, coach, or owner. I cannot think you have aged seemingly overnight, Jason, because of the style of play. You have aged like a running back in the NFL. You've aged like Adrian Peterson aged. You've aged like Saquon Barkley overnight, and now they're looking at him as you're a dime a dozen. This is what we are drafting now. Look at all three top quarterbacks. Even if you want to Barkley, overnight.
Like what you saw? Hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the full episode by clicking the link below.